The 2005 film Made in America, produced by Impacto Films and directed by Anyansi Prado, follows three women, Judith, Eva, and Telma, all Hispanic women who have traveled to the United States from their respective country for a better life and opportunity for themselves and their family. The documentary follows their life and how they deal with the transition of living in America. These challenges like wages, being able to provide for their family, not only as an immigrant, but as a woman. In addition, they are contested with obstacles of citizenship and separation from their loved ones who are not able to be with them. The documentary highlights transnational feminism and global perspective, which pinpoints the perspective of women across national borders. These films usually challenge the women's roles in society and showcase the unequal global systems and introduce gender, race, class, and labor in a global context. It exemplifies the feminist critique and expands transnationalism. The documentary Made in America revolves around each of these women and how they fulfill their needs like income and opposing gender roles. In reference, using a documentary as a type of film helps the directness and realism of building trust and emotional connection to the film. Feminist storytelling in Made in America gives a voice to these immigrant women who are not fortunate enough to be heard by the world. It raises awareness for two types of people, immigrants and women. The documentary Made in America illustrates the main reason why many immigrants move to the United States. These women come from countries where their next meal is never promised, and happiness is just having clothes on their back and a roof over their heads. The United States has more safety and security for opportunities to earn a better way of life. Immigrants see America as a hopeful future for themselves and their children. In this scene, when Judith is looking at pictures of her daughters, she explains why she came to America. She says that ultimately it was a sacrifice for her children's future. She had left her daughters behind to be able to come to America to earn more money for them. She had to leave her youngest at the age of 1 and leave her daughter in the care of her sister to be able to go to America where she could provide a better future for her kids. She sends them money every 15 days so they are able to eat. Judith came to the United States for the sole purpose of her daughters' futures, a chance at a better life than the ones they have now. With the money she had gave to her family that she earned from her job in the U.S., they were able to buy food, clothes, and even install a shower, things that would be more difficult to do for her family had she stayed back in Guatemala. Another example illustrating not only the want for a better life, but how traveling to the U.S. has impacted them is when Telma talks about how even though she works for an American family, the money is not what had mattered to her. How they have treated her as family is what has made her love her job. She feels like a second mom to their son, and her experience with them has made the most of her time in America and how she has had people to lean on and a place to call family. Telma's quality of life didn't just improve economically, but emotionally. Even while being away from her home country, the move to the U.S. provided her with a love so deep that she does not feel the sense of home missing. Deborah Shaw's theory of transnational cinema suggests that the documentary Made in America is best suited for post-colonial and political transnationalism, diaspora, and migration. The director presents scenes of Latina immigrant women employed as domestic servants in the U.S. throughout the documentary. These demonstrate how migration shapes identity, affiliation, and economic survival. The movie also highlights global disparities between the global South and the global North, which partially illustrates how gendered power dynamics and transnational labor mirror the broader reality of globalization. In conclusion, the 2005 film Made in America highlights the transnational feminism and global perspective through three hardworking women, Judith, Telma, and Eva, showing how traveling across national borders does not limit them as women and as immigrants to be able to have success in striving for a better life regardless of stereotypes regarding gender, race, class, and labor. Global perspective is influenced through films and documentaries like Made in America to raise awareness for the minorities of the world.